It's time for the WTF clip of the week, Kev. Now, this is a Canadian spin on this,
Yeah.
isn't it?
So this one's not even a mashup. We didn't really talk about the election very much in Canada. I thought it was fitting that we make fun of Canada. We've made fun of Trump and the U.S. lots. I think it's time to make fun of Canada. So without further ado, here, let's play my mashup of the Beavertons coverage right in front of the election.
Moving on from Trump's meltdown to the meltdown of the polar ice caps. Teen climate activist Greta Thunberg appeared at the UN to throw down on world leaders for their lack of action on global warming.
People are suffering. People are dying. Entire ecosystems are collapsing. We are in the beginning of a mass extinction, and all you can talk about is money and fairy tales of eternal economic growth.
Wow, Thunberg's comments electrified the globe, solidifying her status as the most powerful force to come out of Sweden since Ace of Base.
As if on cue, Canada's major parties were quick to respond with their climate platforms. Justin Trudeau pledged to make Canada carbon neutral by 2050, which is like making a pact to lose your virginity at prom, if prom is 30 years from now and definitely not going to happen. Jagmeet Singh laid out the NDP's ambitious $15 billion climate plan, a stark contrast to former leader Tom Mulcair's plan to lower the party's carbon footprint by losing as many seats as possible.
Wow. Not to be outdone, the Conservatives unveiled their own ambitious plan to fight climate change.
Meanwhile, the Green Party doctored an image of Elizabeth May so that she appeared to be holding a reusable cup. In response to the scandal, Justin Trudeau said, "Wait, you can doctor old photos? God damn it!"
When they weren't horsing around with Photoshop, the Greens said they won't support any minority government that tries to build a pipeline. For what it's worth, Maxime Bernier said he would also not support a minority government, but he meant it in a very different way.
Now, as the mother of three very civically engaged young people, I want to find out why today's kids are too lazy to vote on a tax break for the 1%. So I went to Montreal to find out. Montreal, the Toronto of Canada. To find out how important young people are in this election, I've come here to speak with Philippe J. Fournier, the polling analyst who keeps successfully predicting Canadian elections. Philippe, why do you get to choose who wins the election?
I don't choose anything. The data speaks for itself.
How important are young people in this election?
Well, they were very important 4 years ago, and it helped Justin Trudeau win the election in 2015.
Will Maxime Bernier be able to reach young voters if he promises to show them a dead body?
That would be a strange platform.
So how do we encourage young people to vote?
Well, we have to talk about their issues.
HPV.
Maybe to some extent.
Their issues. But these selfish kids are obsessed with not dying in the apocalypse, but will never get climate action as long as parties target old bastards. Maybe the question isn't how do we get young people to vote, but how do we get old people to stop? Maybe you bribe them with hard candy. Maybe we say, if you know what it is to develop a photograph, you should not be voting. If you've ever called somebody like this, just go home. Maybe give them all Cialis. They're not going to be going out to polling stations when they're sex. I left Montreal feeling hopeful about young electors. When I was their age, all I cared about was getting to see a dead body. But kids today seem engaged, and I, for one, can't wait for them to see the dead body of our democracy. For the Beaverton, I'm Emma Hunter.
I gotta admit, those two make me laugh. They're really kind of funny. Yeah.
Yeah, proper Canadians.
I like the Cialis joke. Sex, wink, wink. Or the dead body. And the minority joke about Bernier. It's for those who don't know, Bernier is a little to the right in Canada.
Oh, just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Little to the right. So,
yeah.
Anyways, I thought there was a lot of good digs in Canada. You know, that's a little bit for our American and non-Canadian listeners. That's a little Canadiana for you, and just to show that we're more than willing to make fun of ourselves as well.
All right.